last week we were talking about like my beliefs are more like Play-Doh. I mean, as much as you don't like to think so or whatever, you can say what you want.
I don't say that.
Well, you said babe, run it back like 30 seconds. You just said that I'm not as open as I like to think.
Sorry.
But what I'm saying is show me something and I am willing to change my mind. I am not willing to change my mind with fairy dust. Show me something and my mind can be changed. Just like the whole freaking Ancient Apocalypse documentary. There's a lot of stuff in there that makes a lot of sense. All right? So I can have my mind changed. Like before, I would say the flood probably didn't even fucking happen.
Right.
And now my mind might be changed to where there's a possibility that something happened that made people think that there was a flood. That's a change in your mind, right? And if there's other information, it'll change more or in a different way. But last week we were talking about people's beliefs and how some coaches, like you didn't understand how coaches could be spiritual and accepting, but still have this attachment. Like you have to call yourself a Christian or you have to call yourself a Mormon or a Muslim or whatever. And I was saying like, it's kind of like there's different levels to things, or I don't know exactly how to call it, but one is like you have no exceptions. Like your religion is how it is. That is it. And then little by little, it's like, well, my religion is cool, but I accept other religions. And then maybe, well, I believe this, but we all kind of have our own beliefs and, you know, who knows, you know? And I told you that there was a quote that I made up and it was, if you're attached to something, it's a sign of something. And I've been thinking about that. The reason that it's a sign of something, it's a sign that you don't understand something correctly about humanity, about the world, I think. Because if you look at your religion, whatever that may be, I don't know if Buddhism, I can't say, but the big three. You're going to tell me that one of the first things that God did when he came was say, these are my people and those are not. The first thing that he's going to do is like split us up into his people and the ones that aren't. Like the biggest problem that we have in the world is division.
Right.
Division of politics, division of race, division of religion, division of fucking everything is what destroys everybody. Which is why when I went back and we kind of talk about that video with Vivek last week, where he's talking about that nationalist pride. This is where it kind of all gets wrapped together. That nationalist pride. I understand what he's talking about because you have to have that family governance, caring about where you live first before you go out and help anybody else. That's where the nationalist pride helps, right? We come together as people, we do our best in our house. But when you understand that we shouldn't be divided, that we are all the same people, then that's what gives you compassion for everybody else. And you don't want bad for anyone. It's not they're my enemies. They're just fucking brainwashed differently. The Russians, the Palestinians, the people in Israel, fucking everybody. They're just brainwashed differently. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. This is the fucking final level. I don't know if any of you get that we are not different. We are the gods. We created everything. And look at what we're creating right now.
Yep.
When people realize that we are all the same, that there is no division. Like that's why when you specifically single out Jesus or anybody else, you are missing the point.